Welcome to the jungle, growing up crazy. Public service announcement coming to you directly from the jungle because it's that time of year again, folks. It's that time of year. It's that time of year. Once about every 2 years, the baboons of the jungle, they line up on an imaginary line to fling poo at each other. And you've probably heard it. Honestly, you probably haven't been able to avoid hearing it. It goes on all night, all the time, every time. But the screeching carrying through the jungle, that's the baboons. They're getting riled up. The jaguars of the forest are riling it up because the jaguars figured out a long time ago that it was much easier to prey on the baboons if they turned them against each other. And unfortunately, once every 2 years, they do this, and they line up along imaginary lines, and they just fling poo at each other. If you're anywhere near, there's a chance of getting hit with it, but normally it's okay. In the past, it's been okay, because normally these things are about, whether or not we have to burn a flag or can put up 10 commandments on the wall of a building in Georgia. It's all just been stuff we just kind of duck and run. We bob and weave, we get through it. We just get through it once every 2 years. Although, unfortunately, the jaguars have figured out this time around, they learned how to weaponize the baboons. So we can't get around that easy anymore. We can't do it. They actually are coming for us in some small way. They're still just this disorganized mob, But instead of the duck and the weave, I would suggest going forward in the jungle to arm yourself with a stick. Just get a nice stout piece of oak, like a good little beating stick. Nothing really to commit murder with, but just a little tap, hey, back up, because I don't care whatever they would come at me with in the past. That was totally fine. Even if the jungle was on fire, they're still more concerned with that damn flag or whether or not a building can have 10 commandments than putting out the fire. This is just the nature of baboonism. The rest of us, we're trying to form the bucket brigade, but, it's just better when they're just not involved. So we're more than happy to just let them go back to their imaginary line and fight it out. Unfortunately, that line is kind of expanded into realms that we should care with, like whether or not we can have jobs or, responsible gun ownership and, medical freedoms and things that actually are a little bit important. So I'm not saying get involved in it. Absolutely don't get involved in it because it's not going to be discussed in a realistic way that will produce anything. Because the whole goal, because the jaguars figured out a while ago that it's easier to prey upon the baboons if they keep them either afraid or anxious. So there's the constant stream of fear and angst being put out once every 2 years from the jaguar run outlets. And so definitely tune out of that. If you've tuned into it, I apologize. Try to back it out a little bit. Find yourself a nice stick and just learn. I usually aim for the nose. Just a little pap. No, back off that. Pap. No, I don't have to give it my job. Pap. No, you're not right. Just keep in mind because don't let yourself get cornered by a group. Because when a group gets together, then they really do become feral and there might be blood. But remember, if you're surrounded by a group, you're usually at the point in this event to where it's you're either gonna be pelted, you're gonna get something on you. It's either gonna be poo or it's gonna be their blood. So if it's gonna be just a choice between poo or blood, you might as well go with the blood because it's just as hard to clean out of your shirt, but it doesn't smell as bad. So just have that stick, have it nice and ready. Try to stay out of a crowded situation with them. Learn how to just give that little tap on the nose, and then just sort of leave it alone because we can't really afford to lose too much more liberty. It's already mostly gone. Invasion of privacy is the plot line for every single CSI episode I've seen in the past 10 years. But the baboons have been weaponized this year. So just be aware of that. Public service announcement coming from the jungle. And it doesn't matter the issue. It absolutely doesn't matter the issue because it's just about being on the offensive and it has nothing to do with actually addressing the legitimate concerns and problems that occur in the jungle or fixing any of them either. It's just pitting them against each other so they're easier to prey upon. Keep that in mind. Keep your stick handy and just, a little tap. So don't let yourself get involved. Trans, 0.01% of the population. Jungle's on fire. Keep that bucket brigade going. The jungle's on fire right now, Yes, that fire is going to affect, the 0.01% population. And they are people in the jungle too. But you know what? Right now, not important. Let's focus on the fire. Keep your focus on the fire, and worst case scenario, we just move on to a boat in the river, or just to a different jungle. It's okay. Stick handy, chin up, focused on the real problems. And good luck. If you need help, call me. Growing up crazy. And don't fall for the rest of it. It's a trap. Don't fall for the rest of it. Don't fall for the trans trap. Don't fall for the gun trap. Don't fall for any of the traps. They're traps. Okay. They're there. They're there to keep the baboons flinging poo at each other. Stay away. Stay clear. Tap, tap when necessary. Good luck. Call me if you need me. Growing up crazy. Welcome to the jungle.